So, Kraven the Hunter just dropped. And aside the accessories and cool look of Aaron Taylor as Kraven, what else is special about this movie? Let's find out. Before we continue, please subscribe if you are new to the channel. And turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any new update.
Please whatever.
So, Kraven the Hunter is the newest Sony Spider-Man Universe movie, without Spider-Man. I hear it's supposed to be the last of these, so maybe after this, Sony can say, well, we tried. Now the plot. Kraven hunts and kills bad guys. He's got a list. Honestly, the opening sequence made me think, hey, this might actually be good. But soon enough, a group of villains kidnaps a family member, and now Kraven has to rescue them by taking on the baddies in his natural element, the wilderness. Basically, if you swap out family member for love interest, you've got a grimmer, overly serious version of Crocodile Dundee 2.
That's a knife.
The movie feels like two different halves stitched together. The first half is a lengthy origin story for Kraven's powers. The second half shifts into a revenge/rescue plot. There are a few cool moments scattered throughout, but the movie as a whole doesn't flow smoothly. The action? It's fun. The hits are bloody and occasionally satisfying, though it's all wrapped up in CGI. Too much CGI. Aaron Taylor Johnson is solid, but he doesn't quite feel like Kraven the Hunter. It's a tough comparison since we just saw an amazing version of Kraven in the Spider-Man 2 game. This Kraven feels more like a cool guy who hunts than the iconic villain we know. Honestly, it's as if this started as a script about a guy hunting poachers and other bad guys, but the studio decided, let's slap some Spider-Man character IP on this and call it a day. The standout character? Kraven's brother. I won't spoil his identity from the Marvel lore, but if you watch the movie, you might have an aha moment. Unfortunately, it feels like there might have been more planned for him in earlier drafts before the script got Frankensteined into this version. And then there's Calypso. She's in the movie, but it feels like she's there to set up a sequel rather than to serve the story. Sometimes, I couldn't tell if the actress was bad or if the ADR, voice dubbing, was just way off. It didn't match her face or emotions, making her scenes feel awkward. From the studio that brought you Madam Web, we now get more barefoot characters, clunky dialogue, and some of the worst CGI. Speaking of CGI, let's talk about Rhino. He's not Rhino for most of the movie, but then for the big finale, he transforms. His design is comic accurate, but the execution makes it feel like Kraven is fighting a cartoon character. It's just nature versus nurture in a CGI brawl between two chemically enhanced characters on a green screen. Oh, and there's the Foreigner, who didn't need to be in the movie. They gave him a power to hypnotize people by taking off his sunglasses, basically a mix of random Marvel characters like Mesmero.
Why?
Who knows? The movie's villain count is way too high, and Russell Crowe's daddy issues subplot gets sidelined fast. It's a mess. Overall, Kraven the Hunter feels like Sony's Spider-Man universe, trying to recreate the vibe of old-school comic book movies, but leaning into all the wrong aspects. It's not outrageously bad or even meme-worthy, it's just meh. It's the kind of movie you'll forget the next day. Honestly, it feels like Sony delayed this from 2023 to 2024, just to blend in with all the other mediocre releases this year. It's a movie that just happened. Well, that's my take on the movie.
How about you?
Have you seen the Kraven movie, or are you yet to see it? If you have seen the movie, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And please subscribe if you haven't.